Feel better now. The power to shift your mindset. Instantly, the power of choosing happiness. Why you don't need to wait for life to be perfect. Most people operate under a common but limiting belief. I'll feel happy once my circumstances improve. They convince themselves that joy is conditional, something that can only be experienced once they have more money, a better job, or a more fulfilling relationship. And while it's true that positive external factors can make happiness easier, they are not required for it. This mindset, however, keeps many people trapped in a cycle of waiting, believing they are powerless until life magically aligns with their desires. But here's the truth. Your emotions are not just reactions to your reality, they are creators of it. How your thoughts shape your experience. Every thought you have carries an energetic vibration, and that vibration determines what you attract into your life. When you focus on lack, frustration, or dissatisfaction, you reinforce those experiences. But when you consciously shift toward thoughts that feel better, even if your circumstances haven't changed yet, you begin altering your energetic frequency. If you think, I never have enough, you reinforce scarcity. If you think, I'm open to abundance, you invite expansion. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's the fundamental law of attraction in action. The trap of external validation. It's tempting to believe that happiness comes from outside circumstances. If only I had more money, I'd feel secure. If only my partner acted differently, I'd feel loved. If only I lost weight, I'd feel confident. But this mindset makes your emotional well-being dependent on things outside your control. It hands over your power to the external world, leaving you at the mercy of ever-changing conditions. The truth? You don't need permission from the universe to feel good. You can decide right now to shift your focus toward thoughts that uplift you, regardless of what's happening around you. How to take back your emotional power. Recognize that feeling good is a choice. You don't have to wait for life to be perfect to experience joy. Train yourself to focus on what feels better. In any moment, ask, what's one thought that feels slightly lighter? Let go of the need for external validation. Your happiness doesn't have to be dictated by your bank account, your relationships, or your appearance. The ripple effect of choosing positivity. When you make a habit of directing your thoughts toward what feels good, something remarkable happens. Your vibration rises. Your perspective shifts. Your reality begins to reflect that higher energy. You'll start noticing more opportunities, synchronicities, and positive experiences, not because the world has changed, but because you have. Happiness isn't a destination, it's a daily practice. You don't have to wait for life to get better to feel better. You can start now. Every moment is a new chance to choose a thought that feels lighter, a perspective that feels freer, and an emotion that aligns with the life you truly desire. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes, until one day you realize you're no longer waiting for happiness. You're living it. The power to feel good has always been yours. Will you use it? Focus on what you want, not what you don't. Every experience, situation, or object in your life contains both what you desire and the absence of it. The key to attracting more of what you want is to deliberately place your attention on the aspects that feel good, because whatever you focus on, you attract more of. Many people mistakenly believe that by resisting or pushing against something they don't want, they are keeping it out of their lives. However, in a universe based on inclusion, there is no such thing as pushing away. Instead, when you focus on what you don't want, whether it's financial struggle, relationship problems, or unwanted circumstances, you are actually inviting more of it into your experience. For example, when you say, I don't want to be broke, your focus is still on lack of money, which keeps you in a state of financial struggle. When you say, "I don't want to be in an unhappy relationship," your attention is still on unhappiness, reinforcing that energy. When you complain about something you dislike, you unintentionally strengthen its presence in your life. On the flip side, when you shift your attention toward what you do want, you begin attracting those experiences instead. Rather than focusing on problems, redirect your thoughts towards solutions. Instead of noticing what's wrong, seek out what's right. Imagine life as a buffet filled with endless possibilities. You wouldn't pile your plate with food you dislike. Instead, you'd select only the dishes that appeal to you. Your thoughts work the same way. Choose to focus on the aspects that bring you joy, and your life will begin to align with those choices. The story you tell about your life shapes your reality. If you consciously shift your narrative to focus on what excites and uplifts you, your experiences will start to reflect that new story. The more you practice this, the more your world will transform to match the essence of your improved focus. Your attention is powerful, so use it to create the reality you truly want. Are you truly focused on what you want? It's easy to assume that you're focusing on what you desire, but sometimes, without realizing it, your attention is actually directed toward what you don't want. Just because your words sound positive or you put on a smile doesn't necessarily mean your energy is aligned with your desires. The true indicator of your focus isn't just what you say, it's how you feel while saying it. For example, you might say, "I want financial abundance," but if you feel anxious, worried, or frustrated about money while saying it, your focus is still on lack rather than abundance. You might declare, "I want a loving relationship," but if deep down you feel lonely or doubtful, your energy is still tuned to the absence of love rather than the presence of it. You might affirm, "I am successful," but if you feel insecure or discouraged, your dominant vibration is still connected to not feeling successful. Your emotions are your true compass. They reveal whether your thoughts are aligned with what you want or what you don't want. If a thought makes you feel good, expansive, or excited, it means you are focused on your desire in a way that invites it into your life. But if a thought triggers frustration, doubt, or worry, it means you are still fixated on the lack of what you desire. To truly align with what you want, practice shifting your emotional state. Instead of saying, "I want more money," while feeling lack, say, "I love the feeling of financial ease and opportunities flowing to me." Instead of saying, "I want love," while feeling lonely, say, "I appreciate the love that already exists in my life, and I look forward to even more of it." The key is not just to speak positive words, but to genuinely feel the vibration of what you desire. When you do this consistently, you'll notice that life begins responding in remarkable ways, bringing you closer to the things you truly want.